In this lesson, we're going to go ahead and review 3.1 through 3.4, in which we talked about multiplying numbers by tens, and then we talked about our area model and partial products for multiplying a two-digit number times a two-digit number, and also estimating our product. So let's take a look. The first thing that I want you to do is solve this problem, 30 times 20. Go ahead and solve this problem now. When solving this problem, we talked about crossing out those two zeros, bringing them down for our product, and then 3 times 2 is 6. So that would be the answer here, 600. Here's your next problem. Go ahead and solve this problem, 60 times 40. We're going to do the same thing here. We're going to cross out our two zeros, bring those two zeros down. 6 times 4 is 24. Our product is 2,400. Here's your next problem. For this problem, I want you to estimate the product first and then find the product using any of the methods we've learned. Those are the area model or partial products. For your estimate, you should have rounded 32 to 30, and 17 should have been rounded to 20. And when we multiply 30 times 20, we're going to cross those two zeros out, bring them down, and we would get a product of 60. So then we'd go ahead and I'm going to use the area model to solve this problem. So here is my area model all set up. I'm going to cross those zeros out. 30 times 10 is 300. And I get 210, 20, and finally 2 times 7 gives me 14. I'm going to go ahead and add down, and I get 320 here, and then I get 224 on this side. And when I add these two pieces, I get 544 as my product. 544 is pretty close to my estimate of 600, so I know at least I'm in the right ballpark. Okay, I want you to do the same thing for this next problem. 62 times 26. Go ahead and multiply, find an estimate first. So you're going to round and estimate first. If we were to round this, 62 would round to 60 and 26 would round up to 30. So we'd be multiplying 60 times 30 to get our estimate. We'd cross those two zeros out, bring them down. 3 times 6 is 18. So my estimate would be 1,800. I'm going to go ahead and solve this problem using partial products. I want you to solve your product using any of your two methods, so area model or partial products, and then we'll see how well you did. So here we go with partial products. It's all ready for us to multiply. I'm going to get 1,200 here. When I multiply 2 times 20, I get 40. 60 times 6 is 360. And 2 times 6 is 12. And then I'm going to go ahead and add down. And when I add down, my product is 1,612, which is relatively close to my estimate of 1,800. Okay? Let's do the next problem. 18 times 19. So go ahead and find your estimate first. When we find our estimate, we need to round our numbers. So 18 would round to 20 and 19 would round up to 20. So when we multiply 20 times 20, we get a estimate of 400. I'm going to use the area model to solve this problem. You may use whichever method you like, and then we are going to see how well you did. So here is our area model all set up. 10 times 10 gives me 100. 8 times 10 gives me 80. 9 times 10 is 90, and 8 times 9 is 72. I'm going to add my pieces. So I get two more partial products of 180 and 162. Then I need to add those two pieces together, and I get a grand total of 342 as my product. I'm going to compare that to my estimate, and they're relatively close. My estimate should be greater than my actual product because I rounded both of those numbers up, and it is greater, which is what I'm looking for, as well as the closeness. Okay, last problem we're going to do for our review. Go ahead and solve this problem. It's our word problem. So Haley dances for 12 hours per week. How many hours does she dance in 24 weeks? For this problem, we would multiply 12 times 24. I'm going to go ahead and use both area model and partial products to multiply and make sure that I'm getting the same answer. So here I have my problem set up, ready to go and get my partial products. 10 times 20 gives me 200. 2 times 20 gives me 40. 10 times 4 is 40, and 2 times 4 is 8. I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing over here. I'm going to get 200, 10 times 20. 2 times 20 is 40. 10 times 4 is 40. And 2 times 4 is 8. I'm going to add to get my answer. I get a product of 288 over here. I'm going to add over here, and I get 240 and 48. And when I add those two pieces up, I get 288. So my final product is 288. My problem asks me, how many hours does Haley dance for? Over the course of 24 weeks, and Haley dances for 288 hours. Okay, that's our review for those 4 lessons. Pretty fast, pretty simple. Make sure when you are using your area model or your partial products that you are multiplying each piece correctly and comparing it to your estimate. See you tomorrow.